Rory, the last time you were here, you were wearing a green jacket for the first time, and now you're back as Masters champion. Tell us how it feels.
Yeah, look, it feels absolutely incredible. I can't believe it was 12 months ago that I was sitting here and sort of trying to take it all in. And then, to be able to come back and do this press conference in a green jacket, that feels pretty good. But yeah, look, it's been an amazing 12 months. Bringing this thing all around the world. The excitement on people's faces when they see it. The excitement that I still get putting it on. It's also, the 12 months has been amazing, but just this week, got here on Saturday, spent a little bit of time at the ANWA, at the drive, chip and putt on Sunday. Got to play with my dad, which was special for both of us on Sunday afternoon. Look, look, I keep saying this, it's a dream come true. This is, it's incredible. I've really tried to embrace and enjoy every part of it, and I've got one more thing to try and embrace and enjoy tonight at the Champions Dinner, and then I'll be able to turn my full attention to getting ready for the golf tournament. But yeah, it's been amazing.
Great. We're going to open up to questions. Gary. Sorry.
Gary?
Mark, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Hey, Rory. I'm just curious, as you go into this week, what you think the most difficult element of defending will be for you? Because obviously there's a lot of distractions and stuff that you just spoke about, but good distractions, yeah.
Yeah, probably the 90 other players that are in the field. It's the, it's arguably the, maybe not the largest field in golf, but it's the strongest. And there's so many great players, and there's so many players with so much experience on this golf course. It's not quite like some of the other major championships. It seems like you get the, a lot of the same guys contending year in and year out. So, but yeah, that's the challenge. I feel comfortable on the golf course, feel comfortable with my game. It's been a good 3 weeks at home, getting ready and, physically and mentally, and just trying to prepare for everything that this week is going to sort of throw at me. And, I know that I can do it now, so, that should make it a little easier for me to go out and play the golf that I want to play.
Jamie.
Hi, Rory. Just wondering if you can put into words how different you feel arriving here with that huge weight lifted from your shoulders, or perhaps you won't know how that feels until 10:30 on Thursday morning.
Yeah, I think the best way that I can describe it is, well, firstly, I would have never gotten up here this early. I would have never arrived on a Saturday. I'd usually arrive, earliest Sunday night, but probably Monday evening. And I think for the past, 17 years, I just could not wait for the tournament to start. And this year, I wouldn't care if the tournament never started. So that's sort of the difference. It's completely different. I feel so much more relaxed. I know that I'm going to be coming back here for a lot of years. Going to enjoy the perks that the champions get here, and doesn't make me any less motivated to go out there and play well and try to win the tournament. But yeah, just more relaxed about it all.
Kevin.
Right. A couple times when you've talked about Harry, it's been the few times you've been really emotional about stuff that was in the Amazon doc and last year. I wonder if you can kind of put into words what Harry's friendship has meant to you over the years and why it was so much rewarding for you guys to do this together.
Yeah, I think as an only child, he was like the big brother I never had. And I think that's what makes it so special. Harry's from he's got a little brother and a big sister, so, he had that, but I always felt like Harry was my big brother. And I feel like that's why when I talk about it or, it's why it makes me emotional.
Michael.
Mr. Carr just mentioned that a year ago you're wearing the green coat for the first time. Wondering if we could get a brief history of the green coat, just for starters. The one you're wearing now, is that the one you wore Sunday night a year ago?
It is. Same one. Haven't lost it.
You ever bring it to a dry cleaner or to a tailor?
I'm afraid to. I've tried to be very careful. But yeah.
Brody?
Right, I mean, as somebody who is such a big fan of history and traditions like you are, I'm curious how you felt every Tuesday each year as so many of your peers went off to the dinner and you didn't get to be part of it.
Yeah, not great. I wish I was a part of it. I tell this pretty funny story about last year. Myself and Justin Rose actually went for dinner at the club last year on the Tuesday night with a few of the Augusta National members, and the way it was weird. I was pulling up Magnolia Lane, and you get to the circle, and I'm like, well, do I go and park way over at the parking lot because I'm not going to park in the Champions parking lot? But then, at that specific moment, the Champions were having their sort of cocktails out on the balcony, and I'm like, I don't want to valet, get out, they're going to see me, it's going to be weird, So I had this really awkward moment with it all last year, and yeah, thankfully that was the last time that I needed to do that. But yeah, it's I think it's one of the best traditions in sport. I'm very grateful to be a part of it. I'm obviously going to get my first experience of it tonight. I'm looking forward to many, many more years.
Philip.
Rory, you've been quite innovative in terms of how you've handled it, being the Masters champion with the YouTubes, but particularly with the documentary. Your parents turned out as pretty much stars of that show. I know you're the superstar.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us what life values and the belief that they instilled and how it has manifested?
Yeah, I think you all know, especially the Irish guys. My mum and dad have always been very reluctant to, say anything or go on camera. But I thought that the documentary wouldn't be the same if because we did go back a little bit into the childhood and into the upbringing, it wouldn't have felt complete if we didn't hear from them. So, again, knowing how they feel about it all, I would have been absolutely fine if they didn't want to do it. But they were willing to participate, and I thought they did an amazing job. And I think in terms of what they instilled in me, I think work ethic is something that my mum worked night shifts, my dad worked multiple jobs. I think most people in this room know that, and that was normal for me. That was normal as an upbringing. I never spent a lot of time with my parents together. It was either with my dad or with my mum, because always the other one was working. Because they knew that their son had a dream to play golf, and golf is a less expensive sport to play in Ireland, but it's still a pretty expensive game to have to drive your son to different golf clubs and play in tournaments and golf equipment and everything else. So they sacrificed a lot, and I think that work ethic, that's the thing I feel like they instilled in me the most, and the belief. And I talk about my dad being an eternal optimist and being able to see a silver lining in the worst of days. And I feel like that's what he's given me as well. But obviously incredibly blessed to have amazing parents. Lucky that they're here this week to see everything unfold like this, and hopefully they have a lot of Masters left in them, and we're excited for that as well.
Charlie.
You're playing with Mason Howell this week, and he shared a story after the Walker Cup about following you when he was 9 years old at a tour championship where you threw him a golf ball that he still keeps in his room. And I thought that was interesting in watching the Amazon doc, you talking about watching Tiger win in '97 saying, I want to do that. And I just wonder how often you reflect on the sort of full circle nature of making your first start here against guys you looked up to, and now your 18th start against guys who look up to you?
Yeah, I think that's the incredible thing about our game is because our careers are so long, so many generations overlap. Like I remember playing the first 2 rounds of the 2010 US Open with Tom Watson. Like that's incredible to think about now. But yeah, I'm going to play with Mason the first 2 days, and I'm not sure when Tom was born, but Mason was born, 2005? No, 2008.
Wow. That's right.
Yeah, I just think about the time span that's why our game is so incredible. And yeah, I've been very lucky that the people that I looked up to took me under their wing when I was starting off, and I was able to play a few holes with Tom McKibben earlier today, and it's great to see him make his first start as well. So, that's the incredible thing about golf that not a lot of other sports have.
David.
Rory, you were saying a week or so ago that the stumbles you suffered last year were from being too defensive, and you were going to go and look for more places to attack. Did you do that, and have you found any?
Yeah, I think, look, you're always going to have to pick and choose your spots around here, where to be aggressive and where not to. But I definitely think there's places where I could be more aggressive off the tee. Like I've talked about my, I guess how uncomfortable I felt on some tee shots last year, and then throttling back, so like the 7th or the 14th or the 17th. For me, like if I'm going to hit 5-wood or 3-wood into the trees anyway, I may as well hit driver and get it close to the green. So yeah, there's a few tee shots out here where I'll just try to be a bit more aggressive, and then if you do hit a good tee shot, you turn a potentially tough hole into a birdie hole.
Hey, Rory, over the last year, I'm curious what has brought you the most joy away from the game?
I'd say watching my daughter grow up. I think, Poppy is, she's a mini Erica, so like it's like living with 2 of them, which is great a lot of the time. But she is the most unbelievably polite and respectful and well-behaved little girl, and I really loved that she started to get into the game a lot more, and it all stemmed from the putt last year at the par 3. So she made sure that I brought her putter up this year so that she could hit the putt with her putter and not mine. But yeah, so that's been amazing and as well, like just to see her grow up, to have her travel the world, to see different places, to give her a life that, I could only dream about when I was that age. That's been the coolest thing.
Gary.
Rory, now that you're in possession of all 4, I'm curious if you think one of the 4 majors lends itself in your prime window and maybe beyond to the most opportunity to win or to be the most productive. Is there one that stands out?
I think this one. I think when you've had the experiences that I've had around here, good and bad, I think that can stand to you, and you come back. The other major venues, we don't go back to the same place every year. So I think that is something I feel like I'm still young, but I'm very experienced. I've been doing this for a long time. This is my 18th start. So I think this is, I do feel like I've got, another hopefully 10 good shots at this. Not that I don't at the other majors, but I just think that everything here is a little more predictable. The golf course pretty much, there's subtle changes year after year, but the whole locations are always in similar spots, and I just think the more experience you have around this golf course, the better it is. So that's why I think here.
John.
Rory, when we spoke a few weeks ago, I'm here.
Oh,
sorry, I'm
sorry.
leaning
Yeah,
across on.
sorry.
When we spoke a few weeks ago, you went into great detail about the dinner, and it was clear that you'd put a huge amount of thought into it. What were you trying to achieve with that, and how long, roughly, do you think you spent thinking and preparing for the dinner?
I would say I'm quite a procrastinator, so I probably put it off for as long as possible until I actually really had to think about it, which was probably at the back end of last year, starting to think about how to put it together. And but it was a fun process to go through, and I was trying to achieve something that I would enjoy, but also and ties back to experiences that I've had. But also wanted it to be something that all the other people in that room would enjoy as well. People keep asking me, why didn't you go more Irish? And I say, because I want to enjoy the dinner as well. So I tried to do a few things that I thought everyone would eat. The club encouraged me to do one vegetarian dish in the appetizers, so that's where the peach and ricotta flatbread came from. I think that one was probably for Gary Player, but yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun to work through. The club have been amazing to work with, and as I said, the fun part was getting access to that wonderful wine cellar that they have, and I'm excited to share those wines with everyone tonight as well.
Doug.
We always talk about what changes you see on the golf course. Have you seen anything off the golf course, clubhouse, other buildings, that you hadn't seen before that gave you just a great appreciation of the heritage and history? And second to that, given your vast appreciation of tradition, how many flowers can you name on each hole?
Wow. So, yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, there's a big new player services building. That's, I would say that I probably haven't spent a ton of time in the clubhouse since I've been playing here. I just always felt, obviously the champions locker rooms for the champions, and I've always felt like that. I know the week of the tournament that the clubhouse is for participants and their families, but I still felt like I had to earn the right to be there a little more often. But no, I don't think there's anything that I've learned why the trophy room is called the trophy room, even though there's not a trophy in it. Why the founders room is the founders room, and so there's nice little bits of history that I've, I guess, figured out along the way over the course of the past 12 months. And then flowers. Like what the holes are called, or, okay. I couldn't get all 18, I know that. I'll do...
You can do three, I'll be impressed with you.
Okay. Azalea.
Good.
Has anyone heard of that one? No?
Dustin got that one right too, by the way.
White dogwood, pink dogwood.
Which holes?
Pink dogwood the second.
Good.
Yeah. White dogwood. 10.
Off by one. Thank you.
Okay. Holly is the 18th.
Good.
Firethorn is the 15th. 12 is Golden Bell. I'm keep going here.
We can stop. We have
okay.
another question. But have you ever seen a Golden Bell?
I probably have. I think. Played the 12th enough. I'm sure I've seen one somewhere.
Don.
Rory, the last time you were in this room, you asked, what are we going to talk about next year? So now it's 12 months on. What do you think the story is now?
Flowers. Yeah, I think the story as it relates to me is what do I do, from now onwards, motivates me, what gets me going, what I still want to achieve in the game. You know, I think that's the story. And there's still a lot that I want to do. You know, you think every time you achieve something or have success that you'll be happy, but then the goalposts move and they just keep nudging a little bit further and further out of reach. So I think what I've realized is, you know, if you can just really find enjoyment in the journey, that's the big thing. Because honestly, I felt like the career Grand Slam was my destination, and I got there, and then I realized it wasn't the destination.
Gabrielle.
Rory, kind of similar to that question, but you know, in the documentary, there was a sequence where we basically ask you a version of the same exact question every year you came back here. And I'm curious now, what has the shift been like of kind of, what are people asking you now? Like, what's the difference in what people want to know or hear from you, actually?
I think the nice thing now is, you know, instead of it being, come on, Rory, you know you can do this, it's back to back. There's a real positive connotation to it, instead of, geez, Rory, we've been waiting a while, when are you going to get this done? So it's very different, and maybe that's just my perception of it. But it is, yeah, it is so nice to walk around property or be out on the golf course and, yeah, just not have that hanging over me. You know, that it feels like it's a big weight off my shoulders.
Emilia?
Hi, Rory. A lot of players have talked about ones that have won on tour for the first time, just you coming up and congratulating them. And I've heard people say, you know, he didn't have to do that, but he did. You referenced Carla Bernat-Escudero winning the women's amateur last year and the putt that she had. Why is it important for you to go up to these players when they achieve their first milestones?
I mean, I know how much it means to me, so I can only imagine it means the same to them. And, you know, I knew how I felt when I won my first tour event or my first major, and, you know, I'd get a note from Jack or Arnold or one of these guys, and I'm not saying I'm in their league, but I just always want to make a point of congratulating people on achieving things they really want to achieve. I think it's important. I think it makes you a decent human being. And I genuinely am happy for other people's success. You know, I think that's a really good way to be in life. And going back to my parents and the values that they've instilled in me, I think that was one they always talked about, being happy for other people's success.
Sam.
Rory, I'm curious, from a mindset standpoint, can you identify something that you feel like you didn't do particularly well earlier in your career that you felt like you did well last year?
Specifically to this tournament?
Yeah.
I think panic is the wrong word, but I didn't overreact on Thursday when I made those 2 double bogeys. I didn't overreact when I was only 1 under through 9 on Friday. And I think not overreacting and not pressing too hard, you know, I stayed patient, or as patient as I could be, and then I feel like that patience was rewarded. You know, I played a 14-hole stretch in 10 under par after that, and that was literally the stretch of golf that won me the golf tournament. So I think in years past I would have went for a pin I shouldn't have went at, missed it in a wrong spot, made another bogey, then all of a sudden the round just starts to get away from you, especially around here. And I think last year I didn't let that happen to me, and that was a big difference.
Jimmy.
Hi, Rory. We are told that the reigning champion is supposed to offer some thoughts at the dinner. I wonder how much thought you've given to what you're going to say, and how you've prepared for that, and are you nervous at all about talking in front of that crowd?
I've thought about it a lot. Honestly, I've probably thought about that more than the food. I mean, so many legends of the game there. Obviously, there's 2 that won't be with us this year, which is a shame. But hopefully they will be with us in the future, and I'm sure they'll be with us in the future. But yeah, talking in front of that group, I want to say the right things and make sure I get my feelings across of how grateful I am to be a part of that group. And so I'll follow Ben Crenshaw's lead. I know he is, he'll direct the run of show a little bit. But yeah, I've a few remarks that I want to make, and I'm not going to say it all here. I'll wait for tonight, but I have thought about it a lot.
Brian.
Rory, you spoke earlier about not overreacting and everything that went on last year. Bob Rottell has been a big part of your journey in the last few years. Have the conversations changed now after what happened last year? Is there a different message?
No, not really. No, I think that's the thing about psychology, is it's maybe the same messages packaged a little differently depending on where your mind is at the time. But no, it's this, especially if you're trying to get the best out of yourself on the golf course, it's the same thing. I would say it should make my job a little easier out there to stay patient or to not react to a bad stretch of golf because of what happened last year. But we're all competitive and we're all golfers, and I'm sure I'll get frustrated at some point. But yeah, Bob has been a massive help, but I wouldn't say the message really changes that much.
Joy, last question.
Rory, many years ago, we were talking in Dubai, and you said that every time you play around with Jerry, your dad, you learn something, and mostly it's life lessons. When you did go out with him on Sunday and played this golf course again, did you learn something again which might help you this week?
I don't know. I learned he needs to play a spinnier ball. But no, every time I get to play golf with my dad, it's a blessing. We were able to win the Seminole Pro Member this year, which is something we've wanted to do for a long time. So it was nice to get over that. Hopefully that's the most pressure I feel this year. He was riding me pretty hard the last few holes, but no, it was just an amazing experience to be out there the Sunday before the Masters together and enjoy it all and soak it all in, and I guess just reminisce on the journey that we've been on. It's a long way from Hollywood, Northern Ireland, so we're just trying to soak it all in.